everybody, I'm Catherine Stewart with Designs and Expression, and I wanted to share with y'all how I created this card today with some Stampin' Up! Product that I have. So let's get started. I'm going to take a piece of my Whisper White cardstock, and it is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4, and we're going to take this tree stamp. It's from the Wonderland set by Stampin' Up! And we're going to stamp it in 3 different colors. We're going to start with the Smoky Slate. So ink that up real good. I think my Smoky Slate is almost dried up. I'm just going to stamp in a couple of places. Okay, and I'm going to clean my stamp, and now I'm going to stamp it in the tip-top taupe. Okay. I'm going to stamp it off to the side a little bit right here. And once I stamp it in the Whisper White, I'm going to sprinkle some of the white embossing powder over it. So take your embossing powder, sprinkle over it. You can do pretty heavy to make sure you get it all covered. Okay. Make sure you get all the excess off. Okay, now it might get a little bit loud here. I'm fixing to use the heat tool. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and get my soft sky ink ready. And my little sponge. Because we're going to go ahead and do the sky before we add any glitter or anything on it. Once you get that to the color tone you like, okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the Silent Night, and I think I'm going to stamp it in, let's see, the basic black, the archival ink. I'm just going to stamp that right across the top. Okay, let that dry for a second. So it's looking good so far. Alright, now that this is dry a good bit, I'm going to bring my scrap paper back in here. And I'm going to take our 2-way glue pen, and where I want the chunky glitter to go. It's a retired chunky glitter by Stampin' Up. I'm going to put it on the white trees that I stamped, and that was the Craft Whisper White, by the way, ink. And it takes a minute to dry, so that's why I was like, well, I'll just throw some embossing powder, white embossing powder on it, and heat it with my heat tool to give it a little more dimension. Okay. And now you can take and sprinkle your glitter. This is a chunky glitter. A fine glitter would be pretty too, but I have this chunky glitter I wanted to use. Okay. And shake off the excess. Okay, and there you go. You see all that? Beautiful. And if you don't like that much glitter, you always can take and run your finger over it and wipe off some of it too. And I did on my first card. I had a good bit, and I just wiped some of it off. So we're going to put that back in there. Okay. But that's basically how I got that to look like that. And I just, once it was dry, I took my, this is some silver and 1/8 inch ribbon, and I just tied me a bow around the center. You can always take a glue dot and put underneath to hold it still. But what I did, I cut my basic black cardstock just an 1/8 inch bigger than the Whisper White, and I attached it. And my multi-purpose glue. And it's okay if some of that glitter comes off. It ain't going to hurt anything. It's still going to be beautiful. Okay, and then now I took my music note paper, and I have it cut at 4.5 by 5.5. Sorry, 4 4.25 by 5.5. And then I'm going to glue the card front onto it. Center it in the middle of that. Okay, and once you have that on, I took the new Whisper White thick cardstock, and I cut it at 4.25 by 11 and scored it at 5.5. And I'm gonna take and adhere the card front on to the card base, and it's the same size as the card base because I didn't want anything else to show. So there you go, you guys. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Thank you.